Okay, now that we have this up and running, there's a couple of other things that I want to do. I want to give you a jar file that's going to help you with the data access layer. So we all have basically kind of the same structure, the same look and feel. So what I want you to do here in this package or in this area, I'm going to create a folder. So if I can create a folder called lib. I'll supply you with this jar that I'm about to add. Where's the jars? Called DAO template. Drag DAO template to here, to the lib folder. Hit OK. And this has to be part of the build path for me to get it to work. So let's add, let's say, add to build path for now. And now I have access to a interface called iQuery. Now, again, what an interface is, again, is a kind of a template, you know, or a contract saying that I'm going to spell these methods the way they are. So if I can double click on it so you can see the source, this is what an interface looks like. This is an interface, and let's focus on this one. Let's say, for example, I want you to do a find all, and I want it to have a certain look and feel, okay? This interface will force you to have that look and feel. Now T represents what data type do I want to put here. And K is also a data type, which will be this for this function right here. So let's actually do it to see if you can actually follow it. Let's go. I'm going to close all for a second. Let's go back to the DAO layer. Okay. And here it goes. Now for me to take advantage of that interface, I'm going to say implements. And again, the name of that interface was called iQuery. Now what's going to happen next with this iQuery, I have to tell it, if you go back to iQuery, let me open declaration. There's a key and type pair right here. So I'm going to say here, the key will be, let's say, an integer. I'm going to use this to look up values, comma, what I want this to return is a list of T. Now that list of T, I want it to return restaurants. So this was going to happen at runtime. Integer will take the place of the K. So wherever K is, this becomes an integer. And let's go wherever T is, which is restaurant, which is the model. This now will become restaurant. This will be restaurant. This will be restaurant. This will be restaurant. This will be restaurant when I decide to implement them. If I save it, looks like everything's okay now. So now I've created a restaurant DAO that when I create and look for something by the key, that key must be an integer. And this restaurant is basically, I'm telling it that I want to replace every place where there's a T. And in this case, it'll be restaurant. Now, just to make sure I spelled this correctly, I just want to use the @override. And the mere fact I have no spelling errors, that means now I'm following the rules of the interface. And one of the rules is I want a find all method that returns a list of something. In this case, we're passing the word restaurant, which means this will return a list of restaurants. So that's the first step in using this template. With that, good luck and good coding. In the next example, we'll try to fill in the blanks and create a DAO, meaning that create a real DAO that accesses data from MongoDB.